What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answer. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around these end times sent from the enemy. Had a strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. All right. So God wanted me to go over with you guys the phrase once saved, always saved. All right. And why that is not good for people to be teaching. If somebody has taught you that you have that mindset, here's why you shouldn't. All right. So let's just talk about it for a brief couple of minutes here. Make it real easy for you to understand because some people may not get it, but we're going to do it. And the best way that everybody can receive this. So let's just say this. You are an ex-convict, right? And you have taken a life and you stole, that's traits of the enemy: steal, kill, destroy. You've done all that and you've served time for it. You asked God to get you out and you changed, and God allowed you to get out of prison, miraculously. You start doing better. And all right, you out moving, you got baptized, you building that relationship with God, you talking to him every day and night, right? You let go of all the ex-convict friends you had, all types of stuff. You're doing great, right? And somebody that you went to go see told you, once you're saved, you're always saved. Here's the problem when it comes to babies in the spirit. People may think that once all this stuff happens for them, that if they mess up, it's okay because they're saved. So no matter what, they're going to go to heaven, even if they purposely do something. Like, there's people that think like this. Seriously. Oh, well, as long as I get saved, I can just be doing the things I used to do. If I slip up, I slip up. It's not a big deal, right? So let's just say this ex-convict starts hanging out with the friends again, and God's warning them and telling them, hey, you can't hang out with those people. They're going to make you fall back. Just giving you dreams about people returning from your past that shouldn't be in your life today. So that happens and you deny, but then one day you just decide to go hang out with one of them. And then next thing you know, now you back to old habits. You stole from somebody. You go, Father, even though I'm saved, I'm good. I'm saved. I slipped up, but I'm saved. So I'm good. And instead of repenting immediately, you wait a day or two. And then, oh yeah, I remember what I did. I'm sorry, Father, Okay, you hang out with them again, right? This time you didn't mug somebody and you ended up taking a life. People will really think, oh, I'm saved. I messed up, but that's okay. And it's a cycle and a cycle and it's a cycle over and over and over. And every sin is bad. So, for people that say, oh, that sounds kind of extreme. Well, every sin is bad. Okay, sin is sin. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you lie, steal, kill, destroy, it's a sin. All right. Either it's all bad. So, you didn't fell back in your ways to the point where you just comfortable doing it over and over. But because you have this mindset, once saved, always saved, you are now comfortable in your sin. That is not okay. There will be consequences regardless of you being baptized, having a relationship with God, if you don't stop doing the things that you are doing, because what you've done now and you've built an abusive relationship with God. You say, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry, Father. But you keep doing it. So are you sorry? Because God hates sin. You get comfortable with sin over and over and over and over and over. And when you do this, you have to know that God's going to give you consequence for it. And if you don't stop, well, what do you think is going to happen? That's like me being a messenger of God and doing something wrong all of a sudden and falling out of the hands of God. He gonna get me together. And if I'm not listening to him while he's trying to get me together, he's gonna move me out of position. You understand? And if I continue to do wrong, I'm just gonna fall down that path of continuing to do wrong and facing consequence after consequence after consequence all the way to the end, to the very big consequence. So you can't just keep doing wrong. The point when you get saved and start fresh with God is you have to keep being better, a better version of that new self. You have to continue to be great. You have to continue to excel. You can't fall short and go backwards. So once saved, always saved is not, it's not something people should be teaching people, because then it leads to comfortability of sin and an abusive relationship with God. And he don't play that. He don't play that, y'all. So, you know, that's really what it is. Like if I go telling people that are babies in the spirit this, they may take it the wrong way and think they can mess up anytime they feel like it because they didn't get saved. When I started as a messenger, God didn't sit up there and tell me that. He said, you know what, based off your obedience and you having faith in me, from your faith, your obedience, you know, you receive all these things. You're obeying my law and you have that faith, that childlike faith in me. You know what I'm going to do for you. You know who I am without a doubt in your mind, and you obey my law. What happened to people in the past? What did they not do? They did not obey God's law, so they faced judgment. The earth got flooded, right? So regardless, if you don't obey God's law, what do you think happens at any point in your lifetime? So I hope this is making sense to people. At all times, you must be obeying God's law. There's never an exception for you not to. There are consequences for you when you don't. At all times. There are people right now in the church who are gifted and started off with God, but then faded off with money. God finna deal with them today. You get what I'm saying? So you can fall off at any point in the journey if you keep going and going and going down the path. All right? So I just had to get on here because God was really urging me to get on here and speak this to somebody. But peace and blessings, and I will catch you guys in the next one.